One take one. Oh my God. You know, we take Chris for granted over here on this podcast.
Yeah, we really do.
It's like, we can't be so pretty and be the talent and set everything up.
No, it's one too many things.
And be expected to like perform well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a lot.
So our beloved Chris isn't here this week either, which is a bummer because he wasn't doing great last week. He was then on Shane's podcast and was seeming to be really good. And then he texted us this morning at like 4 a.m. and said that he was back in the ER and said that they told him he's an enigma because they just can't discover what exactly is wrong with him. But he's not, I mean, he's feeling bad enough to be in the ER. So I hope this man can find answers. Chris, we miss you so much. We're sending you all the love. And oh my gosh, I just hope that he can find a solution. Maybe he can get to this pre-nuvo like we were talking about and really get some like specific answers.
Because I think it's really frustrating to not feel well and to not have an action plan of how to end not feeling well.
The worst.
Yeah.
So Chris, we're thinking of you.
Get well soon,
everyone. Have Chris in your thoughts, and you know we're going to try to do our best as well.
We don't have like as good as an excuse to not really be present of mind today.
I would say I'm the only one without an excuse. You're pregnant and, you know, really going through the ringer. And every time I hit message Lizze, I'm like, let's go do something fun. And she's like sending me pictures. This is me every time I'm not with you. And just like you dying inside because you don't feel good.
This little bitch is just like, fuck your ribs, mom. And I'm like, damn, son. Can't wait to bust your ribs when you're out in this world.
Oh, and it's just going to keep getting worse.
It is. It is. I saw my friend Kate this weekend and she's like about to pop.
Well, I think you should reverse a little bit. You were having meltdowns because one of your 20 best friends, Kate.
Yeah.
Where is she on the ranking? Let's just really sort out this
We're
ranking.
not ranking my best friends, you maniac.
Start some drama in the inner circle.
No.
But I would say the one that lives in the closest by location outside of me, but I'm like a gay man, so
well, she's like one of my oldest best friends who like I've known her since middle school,
right? And so she's getting very close to her due date. You guys were supposed to meet in the middle. Now she's too afraid to meet in the middle because she doesn't have hospitals everywhere. Like you're at Kaiser, so you can go to any
I could deliver
Kaiser
anywhere.
And so then you started having a mommy meltdown that you weren't going to see your bestie before she gave birth, and just said, just go.
So I drove down to San Diego this weekend to see her and her little baby. She already has a daughter who's really cute and really sweet. And we just sat. We just sat. We were both
Did you have fun?
Yeah, I had so much fun. But it's like, what else are we supposed to do?
I mean, gossip about what it hurts.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot about like, what hurts you? What hurts you? And like, stairs are awful. Like, yeah, we don't love the stairs.
Are the stairs bad?
The stairs are bad. The stairs are the enemy. Walking up your stairs this morning to your bedroom, I was like, fuck this. You're so lucky you weren't a pregnant woman in this house with your bedroom up there.
I mean, yeah.
It's awful, bro. Stairs are the enemy of pregnancy.
I could have come down for you, but that is...
Well, what were we going to do downstairs?
My bedroom's my office now.
I just plopped down on your left side.
Max.
Way to go, Max.
Thanks a lot, Max.
I almost projectilely vomited on Kate's child. Because I have really bad acid reflux right now. And
really?
I was in the middle of saying a sentence and I just went, eh, like literally like, it's not even, there is no gag. It's just spew. And if I hadn't shut my mouth, I would have, vomit would have just whacked her daughter in the back of the head so fast. And Kate was like, what was that? And I was like, I just almost puked on your kid. But I didn't.
How's the 3-year-old stage?
She's not 3.
How's the 2.5-year-old stage?
Well, it's a girl. So girls I think are a little bit easier. And she is so good and so cute and so funny. She's started using a filler word that she thinks is really funny, and she'll just use it inappropriately and then like laugh. Like if you ask, sorry, I'm vomiting again. If you ask her a question and she doesn't want to answer it or she doesn't know how to answer it, she'll just go apple and then laugh because she knows it's not right, which was really cute. And she was like, she's just, it's so funny and so cute because she's like online, like she kept going into her little playhouse in the backyard and coming out with drinks for us.
Oh.
And then she went into the playhouse one time and just ate shit and like went down. She's like, my dishes. Because she had a little handful of dishes and tripped. And her mom and dad like stood up to go help her, and we were all just like, we paused for a minute because it's like, you don't want to be the panic that causes them to panic.
Right.
And then afterwards I was like, I think she's okay, but she seems mortified, and she should be, because that was fucking embarrassing. She's so cute though. She's really cute.
I started for the first time having not a panic attack, but I started freaking out a little bit because I try to really live inside all of these moments, but as the weeks and months progress, I'm having more and more fun just because the boys are becoming more aware. They're you can watch their thought process sometimes, and sometimes we'll sit and we'll look at them and they're like, they're judging us right now. They have thoughts about us right now.
They're judging you.
I mean, it's just you can see the brain turning.
Right. Oh, the way Jet looked at me when I was leaving your house last week,
he's a genius.
Hurt my fucking feelings, bro. He was like, I was like, damn, dude, like that's mean. I took a picture of his little face. It was so mean. And I'm going to show it to the police and say, this man is the smallest man who ever lived.
Well, first of all, I can't get through that song. It's my least favorite on the album. It's so slow.
What?
But then every time, because you're always referring to Jet as the smallest man who ever lived. And so I tried to get the insult the other day by listening to it. And I was so bored, I couldn't even get through the song to realize what you've been saying all this time.
I think you need me to sing it to you.
Okay, tell me the lyrics in which you're referencing my son.
Were you sent by someone who wanted me dead?
Jet wants you dead?
I don't know. Sometimes he really hurts my feelings.
Well, he's going to be a genius.
Yeah.
Everyone around him is like,
I love him, and I think
kid
he's
is
so
going
funny.
somewhere because he is so passionate, determined, and strong-willed.
He 7 months old.
Is ready to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Like that man is ready to take over the world.
No, he's definitely like, and I think that's part of it, but it's also like how he does express himself at such a young age. It's like, damn, bro, like you being nasty right now, and you need to chill because we're friends.
But he's also such a good boy. He's such a happy boy. He's such a lively boy. He's now at a point where when he sees the dogs, he lights up, starts screaming and moving his legs and arms, just has a full-blown freak out every time he sees the dogs for the first time of the day, or even when he wakes up from a nap. It's like he's missed them.
Also, I will say he's one of the most rewarding babies in the joy that he expresses when you play with him. Like, he loves your shit, dude.
Both of them. Yeah. I'm not trying to single out Jet.
No.
A lot of people
I'm joking. I'm not actually calling Jet the smallest man who ever lived, but it's like, I like to have beef with a baby.
Right. Yeah. And Max is just as incredible in so many ways. It's so cool. But I just keep thinking of how much fun I'm going to have chasing these boys around when they're crawling, walking. But that is also when everyone says that's when it becomes really hard and crazy and insane. And so for the first time, I really sat down and tried to process what having two little monsters is going to mean.
We're just beating the shit out of each other all the time.
And me. Yeah. And Shane and everyone
Get them
around.
Soft toys. Like my cousin, when he was really small, my aunt got him a broomstick. No.
Why would she get him a broomstick?
He loved it. He loved his broom.
He wanted
like
to
a little
play
kid
broom?
broomstick. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
But then it just turned into like, I'm going to whack the shit out of you with this fucking broomstick. And it's like, okay, well, this is when CPS needs to get involved, and it's to protect me from you. But.
And so is your friend going into labor?
Probably.
Right now?
No, we're hoping she gets another 2 weeks.
Okay.
Before labor. Before her Labor Day. Yeah, she's so cute, man. She's the cutest pregnant person I've ever seen.
Very cute. Yeah. I saw the pictures of you guys. And it's just so fun that you get to experience pregnancy at the same time as another one of your friends.
Oh, the reason why Joe was like, I think you need to drive to San Diego is because he came in the living room and I was just sobbing. And he's like, what is going on? I was like, I'm just so sad that Kate's not going to be pregnant the whole time I'm pregnant. And it's sad. Like, I could cry right now. Look at it. I'm tearing up. What the fuck, Kate? Hold it in till September. It's not that long.
And oh man, wow, it's wild.
It is wild.
It's really crazy.
It's really fun to be pregnant with your best friends. Katie, I hope you're listening. That was passive aggressive. I'm sorry.
Are you going to admit what you told me this morning?
What did I tell you?
About your symptoms.
No.
Come on.
No.
He's never going to listen.
My mother-in-law is listening, and she's a rat.
She understands.
She is a rat.
No, she understands.
No, she doesn't.
This morning, Lizzie walks into my kitchen. Come on, recreate it.
I'm walking in. I sit down on the chair. I said, sometimes if Joe's not paying enough attention to me, I'll go, ow. My tummy. Just because I want him to look my way. And if you're not pretending your tummy hurts while you're pregnant for your husband's attention, then you're not doing pregnancy right.
And it's fine because your tummy is hurting.
It is.
You just might be more reactive.
I can tolerate it.
It's not.
Yeah, like my stomach, like it hurt not my tummy, but my rib hurts 24/7. And so like I right now should be like, ow. But I'm so used to the agony. So sometimes if Joe forgets how much agony I'm just in all the time, I just go, oh.
And I think as you should.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard. I mean, I don't know what it's like, but I can imagine it's hard.
Yeah.
And the husband's just sitting there living his life as normal.
Well, sometimes he thinks it's appropriate to say like, pregnancy is not that hard. And I'm like, you've known 2 pregnant women.
And you've been absent for half the pregnancy.
Yeah, literally. Who even are you, first of all? No, the 2 examples he has are me and his other friend who just had a baby. And that woman had no pregnancy symptoms. Literally was saying things like, I sometimes forget I'm pregnant. I'm like, wouldn't that be nice?
This is on that show. I didn't know I was pregnant.
She could have been. She was skinny and beautiful the whole time, already recovered and back on modeling jobs. It's been a month. Joe's like, well, she had a fine time. And I'm like, okay. Every pregnancy is different.
Wow.
Yeah. So, ow.
Well, this past weekend was about me.
Good.
As a father.
This whole month is about you as a gay man.
And I was doubling down yesterday. Well, on Sunday for everyone listening. Yeah. It was Father's Day and Pride Month. And guess what? My best friend, Elizabeth Gordon, couldn't even muster the confidence to tell me Happy Father's Day.
The confidence?
I couldn't think of something else.
Because you're sleepy.
Yeah.
Well, I will say this. I was sleeping and woke up to 759 text messages from Ryland
saying, it was 9:30
Are you going to wish me a happy Father's Day? Oh, I guess not. Wow, you hate me.
And she said I was sleeping. And then there were some more dots, so I was waiting for the follow-up, Happy Father's Day. Then the dots disappeared. And then I waited 3 minutes, and there was never a response. So I said, that doesn't sound very much like Happy Father's Day to me.
Well,
And then she kept doubling down for hours until she finally came around and said, you're a good man, you're a good dad, and a great guy, or something like that.
I said something very nice.
It was very nice.
I
it only
took
took
my
4
dog
hours.
First of all, I am pregnant. And I took my dog's potty, and that means that Icky has to sunbathe for a little while. So I left my phone inside, and I laid down on the stay bed my mom got and waited for Icky to potty, and he never did. And then I brought him inside, and he pottied inside, and I had to clean up the potty inside. And then I had to feed them and feed myself, and then I could get to you.
How about the fact I never realized that I use your dog's name as a slur until today?
It's disgusting.
I ran into a spider web, and I said, oh, that's Icky. And she goes, I do not like when you use my dog's name in vain like that. No. And I said, well, then why the fuck did you name your dog Icky? I forget because now I just think it's a cute name.
Yeah.
But I forget that that's weird as hell, that name.
No, Icarus. It's short for Icarus. Icky.
Yeah, but we only
He's
think
also
of him
an
as
icky, nasty boy. He's got a shitty ass. It's a whole thing.
Oh.
He's a dog that needs his butt wiped.
Okay, so how did you celebrate Joe?
How did I celebrate Joe?
Because it was a double day for him as well. Father's Day and... his birthday. Whoa.
He doesn't want that information.
And a celebration for him on an undisclosed day of the week that may have not been Father's Day.
He's such a secretive.
How's anyone going to find out anything based on somebody's birthday?
It's so funny because, like, in production, a lot of the things that you fill out, they ask for your birthday. So a lot of the producers he works with are always like, I know it's your birthday. And he's like, shut the fuck up. And it's crazy. But when we first met, he would go to work all day on his birthday and no one would know. Isn't that crazy? I think that's wild.
I understand in a sense because you just don't want you don't want to have to respond to the attention because then it is like this thing of where you have to match somebody's energy and feel
all the time
and feel that what they said to you was appreciated. So it's almost more energy than just to fly under the radar and have the ones you love. I used to always be a nightmare when it came to birthdays before I met Shane because I couldn't commit to a party, but then I'd be sad if I didn't do anything. But then if I had a small thing, I wouldn't invite all the people. And it's like once you start inviting some people and not the other, then it's drama.
And then you feel bad.
So it would always be day of 3 hours before dinner. I'd send out a mass text, whoever's available can come. And then I would end up having fun, but I'd have a slight meltdown about it. Now I can just celebrate it with like the one man that I really love and have a great time because he spoils me.
Cute. That is nice. Yeah, you and I went shopping and I got him a card, which he loved. It was like a dog card.
Which you are Shane. We left the mall and she goes, well, that's it. I already told him everything I got him.
And then I gave it to him immediately when I got home.
Really?
Yeah. He loved it though. He cried.
Really?
Yeah. He really did. And then we
I
went
just
to
need
dinner.
proof of the crying. You know,
His
sometimes I don't
eyes
believe
water.
that you guys are crying all the time when you say you're crying.
Crying all the time. Yeah, so I got him a card and a book that said something about daddy and me and with a human boy on it, but the card was a dog boy and it was pretty cute and he really liked it. He's like, I'm so glad you got one that looks like both Bobo and Icky, because it was like a long dog that kind of also looked like Icky. Mm-hmm. Anyway, he loved it. And then I had our friend makes these incredible cakes, and she can make like a super realistic like fondant buttercream looking decal.
We should hire her one day and play Is It Cake on the podcast.
Oh, she doesn't do those cakes.
She doesn't do hyper realistic cakes.
But you and I should do a hyper realistic cake day.
I can't do anything.
How fun would it be though?
Well, here's the thing. Lizzie sent me a picture of the cake that was made for Joe, and I thought it was her. I thought she had been in her kitchen all day,
Girl,
just
I'm pregnant.
dipping and doing it. I know, but you really are crafty. Like all the ornaments you've made me in the past are really awesome, and I'm always like, wow, in another life you were an Etsy artist.
Well, did you remember my Helen Hunt cake, right?
No.
Oh, I'll show you later. Helen Hunt cake here. It'll take me so long to find it. I don't have the energy for you to be like, dang it, so boring.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. But so my friend Trish, I asked her to make a cake for Joe because I don't have the energy, and she put Icky on it and Bubs around the sides of it, and it was really cute.
Who got the credit for the cake?
She did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh,
No.
look at the cake I sourced for you.
I just asked for it.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I took him to the Smokehouse in Burbank, which is our favorite restaurant in the whole world, and we ate there the night we got engaged, and we had a beautiful little dinner.
Wow.
Yeah, he loved it. It was really fun.
And you surprised him with 2 or 3 of his besties?
I mean,
Or is that secretive too?
it was a little bit.
What?
Because I don't want to hurt other people's feelings for not having them come.
See what I mean about birthdays?
It's awful.
This is why birthdays are so hard.
No, I surprised him with a couple of his friends, and literally just a couple, because I don't have the energy for a lot right now. So
Well, no, you said I can't even have people to my house because then I risk them staying for too long.
Yeah,
and
like,
I can't deal with that
get out
as a
of my
pregnant
house.
person.
Yeah, I can't even stand Joe and James staying up and chatting at my house. Like lately, I was chill all weekend because it was his birthday and Father's Day, but it's like we're done
over.
with that. It's bedtime.
It's summer. They could go outside.
No, they can't, because that makes the dogs crazy.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's awful. The dogs will have no chill if Joe and James are in the backyard figuring things out. It's like you have
Figuring things out.
these motherfuckers have been figuring things out for the past decade, and it's like you better be the masters of the universe at this point. The sleep I have lost while you are figuring things out. Anyway, the Smokehouse pissed me off because I called in advance and I said, this is a surprise. I'm surprising my husband with these 2 people who are going to arrive at the time of the reservation.
Yeah.
We are going to come 15 minutes later, but I need you to seat our party before it's all there. It is a surprise. This is a surprise. I said multiple times, this is a surprise.
Okay, put your gun down.
The way that you're so intimidated by my finger guns is crazy. Okay. So I get there, and I go to the host and I go, hi, like, it's Liz. I have a reservation. And then I realize, like, I have to say, like, 6:45 instead of, like, the time that I'm there with Joe, which is 7. And so I start whispering. He goes, what time is your reservation? I go, 6:45. And Joe comes up behind me and, like, he's like, why are you whispering? And I was like, I'm not. Like, just trying to be cool. And then the host goes, well, how many in your party? And I go, 3. And he's like, I think I already sat your group. And I just started going, stop it. Stop it. And then Joe was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom, because he was like uncomfortable with how weird I was being. And the second Joe went away, and I was like, I am so sorry for harshly telling you to stop it, but you are ruining my surprise right now. And I need you to just shut the fuck up and act like everything's fine and take us to our table when he comes back. He goes, okay. And I was like, does it not say on there that this is a surprise of 2 people? Like, this is all I have. I didn't give this man anything more than a children's book. And so when we sat down, Joe was like, I was so confused as to why you were being such a bitch to that man. And I just was like, I know, I was crazy. I didn't know what to do. I was like, stop it. Like,
And did it turn out to be a good time?
it did. It turned out to be a really good time. And then we surprised him with the cake, and he was so excited by the cake.
I mean, how could you not be? That girl
She killed it.
should have a cake shop.
She really should. She wouldn't even let me pay her for it. I
Wow.
was like, let me pay you for this. This is clearly something that took a long time. Like, you had to take a break while making it. That's a job. But no, so he loved the cake. We got him with the cake, and it was just really fun. It was really sweet, really low key. And he was hungover because the night before he and James had been figuring things out, and that requires a lot of drinking. Which I hope that's probably why they're not masters of the universe. Honestly, if you really think about it, they've forgotten everything they figured out.
They got it figured out, and then they forgot what they had figured
because
out.
of the drinking. So they need a stenographer out there, so they remember some of these solutions. But he was like, all day, he was like, I don't know if we should go. And James was like, we gotta go. We have to go. Because I told James, I was like, I invited 2 other people. And he's like, fuck. I went out to get.
And there's a cake being made for free free labor.
The cake would have been good anywhere he received it.
That's true.
But I go out to get James to go to dinner, and he was just like dressed like a janitor. And I was like, what in the fuck is this? Go put on a nice shirt right now. He goes, I don't have any nice clothes that fit right now. These men keep saying the most insensitive things to me that I cannot stand. Joe has swollen knees. He goes, I don't even recognize my knees. I go, are you fucked in the head, bro? I have put 90 pounds on. I don't recognize my whole ass body. When I'm naked, I'm like, is that an orangutan or me? I don't know the difference anymore. I'm covered in ginger hair and my nipples look crazy. Shut the fuck up about your knees. I don't recognize my knees anymore. James, I'm fat. I don't fit in my summer clothes. Oh, go to the gym. That's why I have to grip my tummy and go, ow, so they remember.
Right.
Because they don't.
Because they're boys.
No, and I was sleeping on my chest on the couch while we were watching Mad Men, and I woke up, and Joe goes, I think you should start putting some oil on your breasts because you're getting some stretch marks. I said, that's not something you should say to me. He goes, I thought you'd want to know. And I go, go ahead and assume I know. Also, I don't. I'd been sleeping on a t-shirt, you crazy bitch. They were imprints from my t-shirts. I have yet to have stretch marks on my titties. Covered in dog hair and acne, but no stretch marks.
Ooh, okay.
So that's my Father's Day.
Wow. Shane and I's was just very relaxing. I got him a really cute gift basket with a lot of really cute things inside. He had gotten me the Apple Watch, so I begged of him not to get me anything else. And I had found this. We fell down this rabbit hole of creme brulee donuts where it's like actually like
hard on the top.
You can tap it on the top with your nails with the ASMR.
Did you get them?
And all the like ones that are popular on Instagram Reels are an hour plus away. So I searched every donut shop and found one. And so he was very excited about that.
Were they good?
Yeah, they were. But honestly, the apple fritter from there was better. I started
Fuck,
getting
do you still
all
have
their,
them? No,
like
I'll just go fuck
they're
myself.
very picked apart.
Oh, good.
Depending on where we go today, we could stop by and pick you up one just for yourself. Shane and I were both saying about this apple fritter. It's better than any crumble cookie we've ever had, and like it is
Should this just be our food segment?
I mean, we could. It's popular. It's called Sugar Box Donuts. Is where I ended up going, and it was delicious. Like so good. I didn't even feel guilty about all of the sugar that I had consumed.
How'd you feel after?
I mean, a little sugar high, but
Right.
Worth it.
We should go.
So good.
Yeah.
And we just had a relaxing day with the boys. It was so much fun, and yeah.
I got a lot of cute videos from you guys, and you made a really sweet little box of stuff for Shane.
Yeah.
Like a little bro box. Mm-hmm. I want to find a way to call it because they call it a boo box around Halloween.
I don't know.
Bro's not good.
No.
Hubby Hubbard.
Okay.
We'll work on it.
So your Target trip, or is there anything? Oh, or your Fryman story?
Well, the Target story is really short.
Okay.
But I was on the phone with Kate at Target while I was putting together my hospital go bag. I needed to get some items. And it's like really hard for me to accomplish things these days because number one, I'm slow and I hurt and I can't breathe. And number two, I can't think.
At least you're in the third trimester.
Yeah, it's almost over.
We're
on the home stretch, girls.
And by where I mean you.
Well, no, I think everyone around me is suffering.
I'm so excited. The only thing I dislike about your pregnancy is reflecting on how much fun we used to be.
Oh,
We
I
would
can't do anything.
Go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
We would go to Universal. We would fly to Vegas with an hour's
drop of a hat.
notice. We would, I mean, we did fun things.
We did fun
And we
things.
still have fun.
Yeah.
But we just aren't at fun places.
We're
We have
lame.
fun at boring places.
Yeah, we're like at lunch.
Yeah. And I
losers.
said, we're not going to have this back for a long time.
Kind of makes you grateful that we went so hard last year, huh?
Yeah, but I think I could have even gone harder
Not this year or last year.
last year.
What would we have done more?
I don't know.
We
We
did
went
a
hard.
lot. We went to multiple Dodger games, right?
Multiple Taylor Swift shows.
Multiple Taylor Swift shows.
Although we'll get to that in Hot Topics. Okay, I'm
Okay,
derailing your
sorry.
Target trip.
Oh, so yeah, it's hard to do anything. So I was at Target for like 2.5 hours just trying to like buy hair clips. Like it was pathetic. And then I like get to this one aisle. I'm on the phone with Kate and I bend down to pick up hair clips. And in that bend, there's also a mother-daughter duo right like this close to me. And I bend down in a squat because it's like I'm supposed to be squatting, but it's like I don't have the energy to like work squats in. So like whenever I have to go down, I'm going down on a squat and calling it part of my prenatal workout.
Uh-huh.
I go down and it's just the loudest fart of my life. And I didn't even look at those women. I just left my full ass cart, stood up, walked away on the phone with Kate, started laughing. I said, Kate, I'm leaving. Kate, I have to leave Target right now. She went, oh my God, no, why? And I was like, I just farted on it.
Did you?
And I went and hid in the bathroom. And every step I took away from the women while laughing, I farted more. And every single one was audible. And I'm on the phone with Kate, but I have to explain to her why it's getting quiet and weird. Do you know what I mean? But they can hear me. They can hear me acknowledge the farting. And I'm just saying like, I just left my cart. I just left my
You
cart.
actually left the
I
cart.
left the cart full.
You didn't go back?
No. Oh, no, I went back after 15 minutes of hiding in the bathroom because I went to the bathroom and just farted in there for 15 minutes, waited for that group of people to cycle out. And then I left. And then I went and got my cart. And then I finished after all of that. I must have looked like a shoplifter. So that was rough.
Wow.
But I was glad I was alone. You were almost with me. If you had been with me, I might have never looked you in the face again because it was mortifying. Like bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think we've ever farted audibly in front of each other.
I don't know that we have, which is shocking because we've stayed in so many hotel rooms together.
Yeah.
That is my biggest fear in a yoga class, just getting into a deep, dense pose and one just flying out. I've only been in a class where it's happened to one person and the class played it off really cool.
What did they
because
do?
I think it's everyone's fear.
Yeah.
Everyone just kept going.
No one
Nobody
laughed?
really like...
There's no world in which I'm not laughing. I've said this on the podcast so many times. I was watching The Bucket List in like 2003 or whatever the fuck that movie was out. I was in the movie theater watching The Bucket List. Someone farted audibly during a touching scene and I started dying laughing. And the guy who farted screamed, "It's not that funny." And then I started dying laughing even harder because like, dude, yeah, it is. I would never be able to hold it together for a person who farted. I used to be the girl who couldn't shit at summer camp. I'd hold a shit for a week.
How age changes you.
Yeah. Now I'm just shitting everywhere. Anyway.
We've all been there, getting ripped off on something that feels essential to our lives, and nothing feels worse than that. Thankfully, the wonderful people at Harry's were tired of seeing everyday people paying way too much for low-quality shaving products, so they found a way to make beautifully designed razors without the laughably high prices. So you can get better designed and better value grooming products made by a company that forged their own path in the grooming industry. These products are no joke, and especially the razor, it feels so luxe with its beautiful weighted handle. And not only that, but the packaging and aesthetics of these products are stunning. They're gonna look gorgeous in your bathroom, and the quality of the shave is incredible. It's top notch. And it doesn't just stop at shaving. They have deodorant, lotion, body wash, hair gel, pretty much anything that you need to make yourself look great for a date night out. Harry's has got you covered. Harry's has German engineered blades that are made in their own factory that are designed to stay sharp longer. They have customizable delivery options for scheduled refills for as low as $2, half of what you pay for the other big brands. And obviously they've come through with a special offer for all of you. Get a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover for just $3 at harrys.com/sip. That is an incredible offer, and I guarantee that you're not going to be able to beat it. Harry's has the highest customer satisfaction in the shaving industry. They have a no-risk trial. If you don't like your shave, absolutely no worries. it's on them. And of course, they have a convenient subscription option that you can cancel at any time. So stop getting ripped off. With Harry's, you can always get a shave that's a cut above the rest. Get started with a $13 trial set for just $3. And let me remind you, you'll get a 5-blade razor, a weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover, all for just that $3 at harrys.com/sip. All right, well, we have some hot topics for everyone. And
Yeah,
honestly, I was kind of shocked by what you had presented today.
Oh, really?
Yes, I hadn't heard this.
Heard what?
New Army Hammer news.
Oh, this is fresh off the presses.
Wow. And the Scooter Braun was like an hour old as we're recording this.
Yeah.
We are breaking news.
We are breaking news.
2 days later by the time
and
it's
glass
up.
ceilings.
Because we know you guys all come to our podcast for the news.
And facts.
Of course. Okay, so Army Hammer speaks out about his cannibalism allegations.
Yes.
Can you read the quote, or is that too far away?
It's very far away and it's very small. But what I do have to say is, like, if you'd forgotten, Army Hammer lost everything. Everything. And I think 2001, when a woman that he had dated.
2021, you mean?
Yep. Yeah, that is what I mean.
I was like, wow, I didn't. Okay.
Actually, let's just stick with 2001. It's on brand for our feelings, not facts.
Okay.
So Army Hammers had a girlfriend come forward, and she said that he had been emotionally and physically violent with her.
I want to like take out your ribs, barbecue them, and eat them, or something.
He said that in addition to being emotionally and physically abusive, I think. And then a couple other women came forward alleging that he had said things to them about like cannibalistic fantasies that he had.
And I think while those text messages are creepy, like especially in writing, like sometimes I'll bite Shane just because I like biting Shane, and I'll be like, I'm going to eat you.
Sure you want to admit this on the internet right now?
I mean, yeah, I don't care.
Ryland Adams admits to cannibalistic fantasies.
No, I like bite Shane. He hates that I bite him.
Yeah.
I hate that he pokes my ass as I'm walking up the stairs. It's things we have to deal with.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And so I'm guessing if the women were saying that it was in an abusive manner, it wasn't cute or playful, but it also wasn't punishable by law in any way. I'm not saying like we can't believe victims. Like I think they can be victims, but it was never like proven on record that he did anything like he never got
caught
legally
eating a person.
reprimanded for doing cannibalism or something from these women.
Yeah, I think that they're two separate things, though. So, like, emotional and physical abuse are one thing, and then the cannibalistic fantasies are another. But the
this
one that
headline was
more
about the cannibalism,
Yeah.
so I wasn't even talking about the abuse until you had brought that up. So this was more in regards to the cannibalism, which is what really did tip off his life getting ruined.
It's just such a hot headline to say, you know what I mean, that it's hard to ignore that.
And that was in the height of people's cancellation trains really working, because social media would just get behind them and relentlessly stop at nothing, and then the media gets on board and they're getting clicks with their headlines, and then it's a narrative that no individual can control the narrative.
I mean, he was also pretty flagrantly using drugs in the public and doing some really like gnarly things publicly on social media.
Was that before or after?
It was in the same time frame.
Because he spoke on that in the article where he was like, at one point I felt like there was nothing to lose, so I was doubling down because I had lost everything.
Yeah.
And then he said I even did have like a lazy a trigger warning suicide attempt by swimming out to like the end of the ocean, and then he thought, well, I can't do this to my 3 kids.
Yeah.
And came back, and now he recently went on a podcast and is reflecting, saying he can look at it through a lens now where he's thankful for what had happened, because the track he was going down was unsustainable and he was unhealed in a lot of ways, chasing validation and affirmations from external sources because he had never found it himself.
It sounds very much to me like a person who's found emotional sobriety, and I think that that's so great. And I also I think that it's important to remember that like people who struggle with substance abuse issues, like there is no package person for it. I think people also like, oh, he's Army Hammer, like of the Hammer fortune. Like he comes from one of the most rich families in America.
Really?
Period. Yeah. He is a rich bitch.
Well, he isn't. After he lost everything, he
right,
had
but I'm
to get
saying like
a bartending job.
Yeah, his family comes from the biggest money in America.
And I guess that just goes to show you just never know.
Well, you know the Hammer Museum
No.
in WeHo?
No.
Oh, well, that's their family's museum.
Obviously, he didn't get any of its inheritance.
I think he did, but there might have been like a squandery and a cutting off because of the stuff that he was going through. But I do think that it's really important to acknowledge that, like, you don't have to forgive and forget somebody who's done something that's so atrocious to you as emotional and physical abuse. But it is really important that people who are living in active addiction and making these horrible fucking decisions and these horrible actions that really negatively impact everybody in their immediate vicinity, that you too can recover and that you too can find the key that fits in the hole of your heart that you're trying to fill with whatever substance or numb with whatever substance, and make a comeback in a way that you become an actively positive influence instead of a, chain around someone's neck dragging them to the bottom of the ocean.
And he was probably going down a path that was going to continue forever had he not been stopped in his tracks to have to really evaluate every aspect of his life.
Yeah.
And I will say you have to give people room to grow. I'm not saying like you need to date the man.
No.
But us as a collective, as the internet, as people commentating on somebody's life, people aren't necessarily, although maybe, yes, he signed up to be an actor and be criticized. Like, none of us know what we're doing.
No.
So we have to allow some sort of
it's all a human experience.
person to try to come out on the other end or grow and learn from what they've done and where they've been. So
it doesn't mean I like the movie Call Me by Your Name, but I am saying like we do recover. Like I've done horrible things, and if you live as a person in the shame and the agony of being an asshole all the time, you're never going to be able to stop being so goddamn self-centered and focus on somebody else and making the world a better place with your time that you're here.
And the problem is, like, if you're famous when that happens, then it takes on a whole different thing, because then you're tainted as that for God knows how long. So, well, I mean, I hope somebody will give him a chance to do something. I don't know who or how he is as a real person or like how he treats people. But I'm always rooting for people to be the better version of themselves and have a comeback, because I don't think it's fair to pigeonhole somebody in one position for the rest of their lives because of something that blew up outside of itself.
I think more importantly than his actual career or whatever his occupation becomes, I hope that he gets the chance to be a present father who's like available for his kids emotionally. And that's really what it sounds like, because it is honestly very, very hard to be a person to be in a room with somebody who hates themselves so much that they require constant praise. Like, that's exhausting.
Oh, yeah.
And so one of the things that he said that I really liked, which is why I copied and pasted it, because no matter what, fuck Armie Hammer, like fuck the name, fuck the guy, fuck the actor, whatever it is, this is something that I think a lot of people can benefit from, because if you live in self-loathing, you're never going to be able to give the attention to the other human beings around you that are required to make the space beautiful and evolutionary and blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I'm saying? So I like that he said, I'm actually now at a place where I'm really grateful for it, because hold on, can you move it towards
where
me?
I was in my life before, all of that stuff happened to me. I didn't feel good. I never felt satisfied. I never had enough. I was never in a place where I was happy with myself, where I had self-esteem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I hate myself, I hate everybody else around me. And if I'm hating everyone else around me, I'm being a dick to all of them. And then what is the point of that? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think one of the big things that I've even taken from Shane is his generosity. I think a lot of people get wrapped up in thinking me. But the people that I see the most things happen for in their lives are the people that are giving without expectations of receiving, knowing that it's going to come back around and just feeling comfortable with themselves.
Yes.
And when I first met Shane, I just couldn't believe how giving he was to everyone around him. And I was a little more selfish in my 20s. Like, I thank God that I met Shane when I did, because he would really like call out my bad habits. And not saying that I was like a monster, like super narcissistic, super selfish, but I was looking out for me, you know?
Yeah.
And so that is one of the big traits I've taken from him. And so I just think, I think it just is a testament to all of this stuff where like being selfish is awful and on all accounts.
Yeah.
And everyone around you hates you.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of different layers to selfishness. Like if you're constantly focused on your own problems, that's a version of selfishness. If you're and then you demand that everybody in your environment be focused on your problems, like that's selfishness.
Yeah. Nobody wants to be around it.
No.
Everyone wants to care for somebody, but not when it has to be the focal point of every second.
Yeah. That's also a big thing of like my personal recovery is like, they say like, if you're feeling stuck in a rut about yourself, like I'm feeling sorry for myself, I'm feeling this about myself, call somebody else and ask how they're doing. Pick up the phone and call somebody else. Get out of yourself. Be of service. Call somebody and say, how can I help you today? How can I help you today? You're a person in need, but you can get fulfilled by being of service. So that was the reason why I wanted to bring that up. It's not like I'm a big, like, let's protect Armie Hammer, but like in the grand scheme of like existence and things, I think it is really positive to remember we do recover. You can provide yourself a second chance. It's never too late for you to become the best version of yourself.
And I was just thinking of it as a point of that crazy time where, I mean, I still think media can drive things so much. I just think the media is crazy and nobody knows what they're saying. You know, it's a crazy world.
It's like you said, like you didn't even remember the part of like the horrible things he really did. You remember the salacious headline that they ran with because it's such a fucking like
and
red
now nobody's
flag.
Gonna dare to take a chance on him. And I don't know him as a person. I don't know how he treats people. I don't know the inner workings of his life, but I just don't like to see anybody not able to grow or move past.
Yeah.
So,
I think everybody this is not touchscreen.
Well, no, that's what
Sorry, I was going to use my toes to roll up the docket, but I guess I won't now.
Okay, Scooter Braun or Taylor Swift? We have like a 4-parter with Taylor Swift, so maybe we should just end there and start with Scooter.
No, Taylor.
No, we're going to end there.
Oh, okay. So Scooter Braun has officially left the music management business.
Although I don't know that music management, he's still like a higher up in a different company
that he started. That's the one that owns Taylor's music, right?
No, I think that's like his investment firm. And I guess he was an early investor in huge companies like Spotify, Liquid IV, all of these things. And he's worth more than most of the clients. I mean, allegedly, Googling him, he's worth than a lot more of his celebrity clients like Justin Bieber and Ariana Grande. I don't know about Ariana Grande.
Right.
But because he was a smart businessman, it seems like he has a lot of money. But now I think he's at a company that is like a music label and talent agency that does a lot of the K-pop and different things like that. So he's still in the music world. I don't know what his day-to-day looks like in that regard, but I think him quitting music management is him being available to artists who are notoriously needy, who have huge careers that are demanding, and had access to him 24/7, around the clock, holidays, weekends, never ending. Obviously, Scooter Braun has done some questionable business decisions, but now today he announced he's quitting music management.
Yeah, so that he can be more of a family man.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah. I'm just questioning. I don't know the inner workings of anyone's personal lives, but when all of this was going down, I think his wife did divorce him. And
right.
So like, I don't know how involved in his family he is, but I do love the idea that, he's been grinding for so long and now he wants to really recenter and prioritize where he puts his time and energy. Because when you're managing musical artists, you're probably around the world every single month in different time zones, not available to anyone but the people who demand your time, which are your clients. And even me having kids, it really has shifted everything. Obviously, I still want to achieve things in my life, but I'll be happy if I stay put, because I feel so blessed to be where I'm at right now. And I do want to live inside of like my family because it's such a beautiful thing. What was his quote? He explains that as his kids got older and his personal life started to change, he realized he needed more time for himself and his family, and simply couldn't dedicate the time necessary to devote himself to the job. And Lizze says, honestly, I get it. Let's talk about love and life. Live, laugh, love, Kentucky. You psycho bitch.
I know. Well, no, I think that there's this really interesting turn of the tides happening in America right now, where for the longest time, like everything, like, you know, from the set, like after World War II, there was like this huge boom, right? And it's like a mega industry. Like the American dream is each generation has more than the previous. Build, 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 work, work, work. Like the nuclear family kind of imploded. And then it became like mom works, dad works. Everybody's working so that we can achieve the most maximum amount of wealth. And wealth is the marker of success.
Yeah.
And there is no other conversation of, do you do something that makes you happy every day? Do you like the life that you live? It's, I have $1 billion in the bank account, but I fucking hate myself and I can't look in the mirror without doing drugs.
Right.
And I think that there is a really interesting sort of renaissance right now where it's like people are saying like, you know, I work 80 hours a week and I still can't afford the joy that I want in my life. And it's changed from I work to live to I live to, or whatever the saying is.
We get it.
And I think that it's really cool that people are now starting to say like, no, fuck that. I can live with less. I don't want to have monetary success and personal depression.
Right.
And that really is the cost. People go to these jobs where they make like huge salaries.
And it's killing them.
And it's killing them. And they have no joy. And their families are breaking up or they never have a family.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's very like, and to some degree, like what you and I do is we're very blessed to do what we do right now. But I know that you and I have big dreams that are larger than an emotional attachment to like perceived success from our peers.
Right.
Like we want to do these things because we love to do these things. But I also have friends who like want to be a partner at a law firm and they fucking hate what they do.
Right.
And so I think it's cool that like we're making our own bread now. I'm not making my own bread yet, but Joe did get me sourdough starter. But the point being is like, I think it's really cool that people are like quitting these rat race jobs, moving out to the country. They want to be dirty. Like they want to have chickens. Like we want to be back in a world where we get to reap what we sow physically. Like,
yeah.
And it's not that everybody needs to be a farmer to be happy. That's not what I'm saying. But I like, you know, the simplicity of cultivating enough for your family and your family being what you get to spend a majority of your life enjoying is so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's Scooter Braun's takeaway, but I love what you took away from
Oh,
Scooter
it has nothing
Braun's
to do with Scooter.
takeaway.
It just, when I read the Scooter
The
Braun
sentiment.
thing, it just reminded me because it's like, and I'm not saying that you can't have both. You can't have like a dream and ambition and love and family. You can.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's very hard. It's being alone for 42 days while you're pregnant and your husband's living his dream. Like... But I'm like, there is room for both with sacrifice. But like, I definitely think that it's so amazing that our generation is sort of starting this thing where it's like, yeah, like fuck your standards capitalism. And I love capitalism. Let me be very clear about that. I really do, in a very toxic way. But I do think that like in a vacuum, capitalism is dope. And then in practice, it's sort of gotten out of hand and become this sort of monster that's turned everybody into like a hamster on a wheel. And we got to reclaim that shit, guys. Let's burn down some.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, not that. I'm just saying.
Yes, he's on my side.
No, even with I feel so blessed to have the job I have, and now more than ever, I'm just thinking to myself, thank God I have the luxury to work from home. I get to be here for my kids, with my kids, even on days like today where I'm working and somebody's with the boys. I see them before, I see them after. I'm here all day. You know, like I get to be present for that. Whereas I used to just be like, what's next? What's next? What's next? And I'm finally like, oh my God, this is so cool. My life is so cool. I'm so lucky for this life that I get to live. And I don't know why I'm saying that now.
No, I think it's good to say. I love gratitude.
Thanks.
I love an attitude of gratitude.
Okay, so Taylor Swift says talk about somebody who is running herself to the ground. Even she admitted on stage,
yeah,
I am the most
at her 100th
exhausted I have ever been in my life.
Yeah.
But she also followed up by saying it's the most fulfilling thing she's ever done. It's brought her the most joy out of anything she's ever done. But she said, on my 100th show, I finally have to acknowledge that this tour is going to end. And that's going to be in December. And that will be it. We're closing the chapter on this. So I messaged Lizzie and I was like, what the hell? How are we going to get back there? We need to figure out, your child.
Girl, it's not about the child.
I don't care.
I will abandon that motherfucker in a heartbeat to go to Aerostore with you again. I don't give a fuck. The problem is how much the tickets are.
Not any more than we paid to go in Los Angeles.
They are more than we paid to go.
No, I saw there's,
they're like $9,000 for a shitty seat. Yes, girl.
I was looking on SeatGeek last night.
Were you?
Yeah, I was.
You didn't send me screen grabs?
What
kind of a friend are you?
It was saying it was $2,000.
For what?
I didn't click in to see where the $2,000 seats were. That's probably nosebleeds for $2,000. Huh?
Yeah.
And then you have to fly to Miami. Although I've never been to Miami, so
I'd love to go to Miami.
I would like an excuse to like go to Miami.
I would love to go to Miami with you.
So let's figure it out.
I cannot financially support that.
We need to figure it out. We have never seen the Tortured Poets Department live.
Why do you think I cry all the time?
Shane is so sick of me watching clips of the
What are we
Tortured
supposed
Poets
to do,
Department
though?
set. He's like, stop it. And I was like, well, then get me back there.
No, you're literally going to go and you're going to come back here and you're going to be like, now I get it. Now I get why you love The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. And it's so
Did she
funny
perform
that you
that
said
one?
yes.
Oh, okay. There's a part 2 to Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter is speaking out about her Skims campaign.
Yes.
Can you believe it?
Well, thank God, because we were all speculating on it. We're like, it's fucking weird though.
Was
all
everyone?
Taylor's
I
friends.
thought I was the only one that was like, "Is this not weird?"
No,
I didn't see anybody else say
everyone.
it was weird.
Oh, everyone.
Oh, everyone thought
Yeah,
it was weird.
yeah.
I just don't look at anything.
No, you don't.
And I thought I had an original thought.
Well, you know you don't look at anything.
Well, I know. I follow Sabrina Carpenter though, and I saw the Skims ad, and I thought, wait a minute.
Yeah.
So this was a pretty vague inside of an interview that she did, and she said, "I've been very communicative with her, being Taylor Swift. I just love her so much and will support her until the end of time." She said Taylor Swift didn't care about the Skims campaign, and my whole thing is, and I love Sabrina Carpenter. I'm all for getting the money, doing the jobs, and if like it's a cool campaign to have, you know?
Yeah.
Like Skims is a huge brand now. But the thing is, like, if you came to me and were like, I got offered a campaign from somebody who's done you horribly wrong, can I take it? You presenting that to me, I'd be like, of course, I'm not going to stand in the way of like an opportunity for you if you believe it's an opportunity. But that starts me distancing myself.
I will say it doesn't make me feel good.
Like if I'm Taylor Swift and I get the text from Sabrina Carpenter even asking, that's the deal breaker for me. And if I'm Taylor, I'm not going to be like, no, I'm not going to like tell you to say no, but I am going to distance myself. And it kind of sucks because Sabrina's been doing the work. Sabrina's been having hit songs, but I feel like the stars aligned when she hit
Opening for
Taylor.
I concur. Working with Taylor's producers and all of that noise. I honestly, like, I agree with you. And at the same time, I'm like, I am curious about the altitude of the opportunity though.
Right.
Like, but like what Kim did to Taylor was so deeply personal at such a pivotal point in her life that like, it would be really hard for me regardless of the benefit of that opportunity.
And do you know what I mean though? The asking is like, why would you, if you were my real, like if you really appreciated me, why would you even present this to me?
I also don't know how much there is to monetarily gain from posing for Skims, to be honest with you.
Right. It's cool. It's
whatever.
It's cool.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Kim pays people well.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't think she's dying for money.
I mean, for me, it really depends on what the dealio is. Like if you got a call and you were offered a role in a TV show, or like a series regular on a TV show.
Written by somebody that was not cool with you.
Yeah. Or co-starring somebody that was not cool with me. Mm-hmm. I would probably...
And
well,
that's
here's the
thing.
deal. Like,
would I present it to you? It would be hard.
I mean, I'm like right now I'm like really putting myself in it as if anybody cares about my hypothetical.
But I
I'm
do.
Like,
I'm in it.
I'm in it too. But I'm also like, well, here's what I'm thinking. Like I'm putting myself in your shoes in the hypothetical.
And I've always wanted to be on a sitcom.
Yeah, and if I was offered a job opposite somebody that I loathe, I would take the job. But that's me coming from right here on this couch. And Sabrina's not on this couch. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, we also don't know the in-depth conversations Kim and Sabrina have had over the years of their friendship.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe it wasn't like we're acquaintances through work and I just sent her a text message. Maybe they've talked for hours on end on tour and have covered every topic under the sun.
Oh, you mean Taylor and Sabrina?
Yeah. And maybe she felt comfortable with it because of conversations they've had previously. We're not behind closed doors.
No, if you booked a series regular job and your co-star in every scene was somebody I fucking can't be around, I would understand you asking me because it's an opportunity that's hard to pass up. But I don't think Skims is that.
That's what I mean. Like, it's a lifelong dream versus
Yeah.
a campaign photo on your Instagram.
Yeah, exactly. So, Sabrina, a snake ass bitch. I don't know. It's hot in here. No, I love Sabrina. I couldn't shit talk her. I think she's great.
I do love Sabrina too.
Yeah. So I forgive her. But you know who I don't forgive? Brittany Mahomes.
Oh.
She also did a Skims campaign.
Oh, she.
While Taylor was taking her ass out to dinner all the time.
The crazy thing is, I don't even know who that is.
Wow. See, and this is how much you don't realize. People have been talking about this for 9 months.
And I'm going to put my blinders on and just be like, oh, Sabrina and Taylor, they have talked about everything in the world together. And Sabrina knew that this was fine. That's what I'm going to tell myself. But I also know, like, when you have your delusional blinders on for women you love, it drives me crazy. And I tell your husband to talk some sense into you.
Right. I did get a nasty call from you this weekend.
Yeah, and I don't know if we should even talk about it.
Well, no, I don't think we should. No, we have to.
Okay, well, allegedly Taylor is releasing, and here's my thing with releasing albums. Taylor's always released a bunch of versions of her albums, whether it be vinyl, whether it be with bonus tracks, whether it be a Target exclusive.
Yeah.
And that does bump up the album sell, prolonging its time at the top of the charts. And part of me thinks, oh, all is fair in business when it comes to music, because Taylor's also been fucked over time and time again by people, and she's in the industry as well. And why is she not allowed to use her business savvy mind to stay on top? But now,
Before you get into that, okay, no, keep going.
oh no, I was just saying. So then, like, Billie Eilish, there's speculation around her releasing an album to block Billie from hitting #1, and then it was alleged that she released a version of an album specifically only in the UK, which to me would be like hard to believe that it wasn't to be at #1 instead of Charlie XCX.
Can I simplify the motive there?
Yeah.
So right now, people in the media are claiming that Taylor Swift is only dropping new versions of her album in an effort to bogart the success of other women because she's, quote, jealous of their success.
And I think we could even take it away from women and just say to continue staying at #1 to break records of like the longest record at #1.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Why can't Taylor be pursuing the peak of success without it having to be to hurt another person? That's what I don't like about the media's twist on it.
Well, and I would say yes as well, especially when it came to the Billie thing, because like it was probably always
Billie Eilish's camp is very hardcore pushing the narrative that Taylor has it out for Billie and is trying to fuck Billie's #1 slot space.
Well, it probably feels like that. And my question would be,
I listened to Billie's album.
Okay, and my question would be, was it always in her master plan to release these albums at X time? Or is it like, okay, a Billie album's coming out, let's release this because we're so close to having like the longest spanning #1 record or something? I don't even know if that's up for grabs at this time with this album. But then when it got specifically to launching a specific version in the UK where Charlie XCX's album was coming out, it's like almost hard to deny.
Well, it's not, because she's literally in the UK right now. She was performing in Liverpool, I think, at the time. And it's like her album has a song called So Long London. She spent like 6.5 years of her life in London. And
at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I think if Taylor is even doing this, like she has an album people want to buy more than the other. You know?
Yeah,
like
period.
If people are buying re-releases of an album that's already out,
yeah,
it means they love Taylor and the album so much, they're willing to buy more copies than they love the other artists.
Where was this energy this weekend when you called me? Because this seems so fucking fake right now for an audience. I don't even know what to do. Well, you never call me. First of all, I get calls on your dog walks. You were clearly not walking a dog when you called me. He called me because I was grating cheese and he wanted to shit talk Taylor Swift.
I was saying.
And now all of a sudden he's here speaking rationally?
Because I have since come to think like maybe
like
she's just a smart. No, I think she's doing this intentionally, and I think that's.
Yeah, but I don't think it's about hurting others.
I think it's ratty behavior.
Ratty?
I mean, whatever. Like snaky.
Ratty?
I thought snaky would
You're
have
calling her a snake?
See,
that is derogatory as fuck. That's what Kim called her.
Okay, that's
You're
what...
no better than Kim Kardashian.
I started with rat because I didn't want to use snake, and then when you were upset about rat, I went to snake so that it would paint the picture for you. I think it's contrived. What does contrived mean? I think it was planned out of I think it was
You think
malicious.
there's malintent, and you're
yes.
sick for that.
Yes.
You're sick for that.
But at the same time, I think, you know what? She's the shit. She can sell the records.
Yeah.
And if people want to buy the records, they want to buy the records, and good for Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Period.
So I'll see you at the Eras Tour in Miami. We've already gone for an hour, and we still have to go somewhere.
No, when is the Eras Tour in Miami?
October.
So it's literally like a week after I
yes.
deliver my baby.
Correct.
Okay.
All right, girls. Today's podcast is sponsored by Rocket Money, and most Americans think they spend about $62 a month on subscriptions. But get this, the real number is closer to $300. That's literally thousands of dollars a year, half of which we've probably forgotten about. Thankfully, I started using Rocket Money, and they found a bunch of subscriptions that I had completely forgotten about and helped me cancel the ones I didn't want anymore. With Rocket Money, you can see all of your subscriptions in one place, and if you see something you don't want, Rocket Money can help you cancel it with just a few taps. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that not only helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, but they monitor your spending and help you lower your bills so that you can grow your savings. If you're like me, you don't have that much time to watch your accounts super closely and know every move every single day. But luckily with Rocket Money, you don't have to do that because it's all done for you. They send you notifications of any big purchases. They monitor your credit score. They show you what's coming in versus what's going out, so you never miss a beat when it comes to your finances. I love how their dashboard shows me this month's spending compared to last month, so I can clearly view my spending habits, and they'll also help you create a custom budget and keep your spending on track. It doesn't end there. Rocket Money will even try to negotiate to lower your bills for you by up to 20%. All you have to do is submit a picture of your bill, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest. They deal with the customer service for you. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving its members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. So stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions today by going to rocketmoney.com/sip. That's rocketmoney.com/sip, rocketmoney.com/sip. How many different soda types are there?
Jesus. Why are there so many people out here?
Okay, everybody.
We should start rolling right
We're
now.
back. Am I not? I am. Hey everyone, we're back at Chick-fil-A. We're trying their frosted sodas. I don't know how many soda variations there are. Hello, how are you?
I'm okay, how are you?
Good.
Oh, they have a name for the order?
Ryan?
Ryan, what can I get for you today?
I was gonna do some of the frosted sodas.
Okay.
What sodas do you have?
For the sodas, we have Coke, Sprite, Dr. Pepper, Cherry Coke, and yeah, that'd be about it.
Okay, let's do a small Coke frosted.
So you got it?
Sprite.
Sprite frosted too, right?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And then what are the other options? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's your other options are Dr. Pepper or root beer.
Root
And
beer.
That's it, and Cherry Coke.
Okay, let's do a frosted root beer as well.
Okay.
Should we try the Cherry Coke? Okay, those three are fine. What was the one other that a Dr. Pepper. Let's do a small Cherry Coke as well, frosted.
Okay.
Then
Not
we have
Dr.
4.
Pepper?
Well, isn't that kind of Coke?
No. Are you tripping?
So you want to get all of them?
Yeah.
Okay, a small Dr. Pepper as well.
Small Dr. Pepper, okay. Anything else?
Do you want anything just to snack on?
No.
No?
Only because sugar's making me projectile
The
vomit, but the
peach
peach
milkshake?
milkshake, yeah.
Wow.
That's what made my jaw drop just now.
Okay. No, that's all for today.
Okay, it's gonna come out to $33.45 right around the corner.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
My budget.
That was stressful because there were 3 Chick-fil-A employees circling the car
He couldn't have been more friendly,
with
though.
great attitudes
And let me tell
beautiful
you-
smiles.
If I was going to make a judgment call, I'd say he's gay.
Yeah.
I would just say it. I'd
Yeah.
have to go out on a limb and say he's gay.
Yeah.
So,
I won't say it because I have horrible gaydar.
you do.
I do.
I mean, you were trying to marry me at one point in life.
Right?
Yes.
It'll be $33.45.
There you go. Oh,
There you go. You're all set. Have a good one.
thank you, you too. All right.
All right.
It is pretty crazy that you. So what do you think? It's just they put ice cream and with the
I
soda.
honestly don't know what you're talking about at all.
It's called a frosted soda, and they only sell. It says only available at some locations. So I called. They answered first ring, and I said, "Hey, do you have the frosted sodas?" And they said, "Yeah, mother."
They called you mother?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, they said, "Yeah, man."
Oh.
No, I don't know what they said. They said yes.
You weren't listening. You blacked
Here we
out. They
are.
don't even have them.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ice
Yes.
cream in them.
I literally think that's what it is.
I don't think there's ice cream in them. I think they're like slushies.
I was gonna ask, what?
I think it's like slushified, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
So they just have.
But I'm making that up. That's founded in nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's a feeling, not a fact. that I
Okay,
have.
we're gonna have to rank them too. So like first,
fine.
second, third, fourth.
That's fine. Should we
You
try
know?
to guess what they are?
What do you mean?
I've just seen a lot of people on the internet trying to guess like what soda is what.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean we're gonna have to. They're not gonna be labeled, I don't think.
Oh, fun.
So we.
Yes, please.
Sure.
Wow, you're right. Okay, it looks like there's ice cream in that bitch.
I think it is mixed. Wow, this is pretty exciting.
This is pretty exciting. Feels like Christmas.
Oh. Did I forget the game after I got the game out for us
Debatable?
to play? Yeah.
No, but you know what we can talk about?
What?
Matt Healy's engagement.
Oh, rat couple of the century.
Yes, rat couple of the century. Let's talk about it.
Literally, that's the only. I think my Instagram is feeding me rat people content now because the only way that I even know about this news is because it was like rat couple, and I clicked on it.
They
and
literally, the news you got said rat couple.
it was the two of them looking hella ratty, and I was like, wow, they're not wrong.
I need to see it.
Well, Google it on your
I
phone.
hate Matt Healy.
Well, wow.
I know it's a strong
I
thing
know
for a
nothing.
woman to say who's wearing a shirt that her bra is just out 100% of the time.
I will say I know nothing about him. Like, quite honestly, nothing about him.
I know I hate him.
You'd have to see it on Instagram, I think.
Oh,
Wow. Yeah, they are mixing the soda with ice cream.
wow, you're right. They are trying to. So Matty Healy and his fiance are trying to like run with the rat title.
They're going with it? Like, they're making fun of it on Instagram?
Yeah. Maddie Healy's fiance, Gabriette, pokes fun at rat taunts and embraces hot rodent boyfriend trend.
Let me see. Oh, well, you don't even have a photo?
No, but
It's
I'm
not
getting
as
there.
serious as a news article. It's just seeing on Instagram.
Oh my god. Gabriette, who recently announced
That's her name?
I'm probably not saying it right.
Gabriette.
Gabriette, yeah, I think so, who recently announced her engagement to the 1975 frontman, took to social media on Wednesday night to share a series of celebrity men who have been described as ratatouille coded.
Just go to her Instagram. Stop
Because you
reading.
think I can spell Gabriette?
The amount of statistics they have on everything going on in there is wild.
Gab.
Is it weird if I try to zoom in and take a picture? I don't want them to think I'm taking a picture of them.
With statistics? They've got stats up in there? Okay,
Yeah.
wow, she is a gloomy looking girl.
This is the cherry coke and this is the coke.
Perfect.
And this is the Dr. Pepper.
Thank you very much.
So she
Oh shoot, I can't even get it through the window.
posted a middle finger with the engagement
Oh, wait.
ring on it
Oh,
and
there's
said
another. Thank you.
and
Oh
brats.
shit, I'm like closing
Why are
that.
you doing that?
We gotta drop the rat thing. It's
Why?
not that important to us right now.
You just because you can't function doesn't mean I don't care about Brat City, bitch.
Well, I'm just saying, look at a photo of them together.
I
and
mean,
that's
I'm
it.
looking.
That's the story.
Ratatouille coded.
Oh my god, so these are just straight up milkshakes
Yeah.
infused with
Sodas.
sodas.
Wow.
I wish I had like a marker.
Also,
to
these
write-
are a small.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. You
And
know what
they-
I want to do?
What?
Drive past the houses of my enemies and throw these at them.
Where is the best lighting gonna be?
Let's find it. Let's bask in the glow.
I feel like me parking sideways here is fine. Okay.
I'm sure I feel like me parking here sideways.
I'm just gonna
is
take
fine.
one straw and move it from place. Oh, I guess.
No, why
yeah,
would
that's
you
a
do
bad
that?
idea.
I put a straw in each one. Here.
Okay, let's hold a few of these.
During Pride Month. Say Pride,
Oh my god, that's wild, huh?
isn't it?
Hold on, let me get a third.
You triple fist it. Well, you crazy. You doing crazy stuff. Do you want me to support you?
Yeah, okay. But you gotta. Oh,
I don't feel well lit. I'm gonna be honest with you.
come closer. I don't feel well lit. I'm going to be honest with you.
TBH.
Okay, so we don't know which is which, honestly.
No. And I don't think we'll know after we put it in our mouths.
You don't think so?
No, we're stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the ratio is that. I mean, this one obviously looks like
the
Sprite.
Yeah.
Should we start there?
Yeah. You want to go first?
Sure.
You could catch my pregnancy. So I don't want you to get
God
that.
forbid I catch your pregnancy.
It is contagious.
Whoa. Sprite's a weird thing to be mixed with ice cream.
Why do you think that?
Well, the root beer is going to be a root beer float.
Well, didn't we love the lemonade mixture they served here?
No, by no means is it bad. It's just not what I expected.
I hate it.
Really?
Yes.
You, hate it.
No, I don't know.
See? It hits you weird.
It's liquidy. It's more liquidy than you would expect.
Well, because you're expecting a root beer float, quite honestly, with the texture, and then it's Sprite. So right now that's in last place. Just if we have our ranking scale.
Yeah, that's last.
This is... Let's put it in last, back here.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody could ever tell us what this is.
This is Cherry Coke.
You want to start there?
I'm just saying I know for a
This
fact.
one's just calling my name.
Oh, no. This is Dr. Pepper.
Thick. Oh, this is regular Coke. Whoa.
You're into it? You seem into it.
It's interesting, but I'm into it. It's hard to explain. Do you know what I mean? These are all very...
This could be Cherry Coke.
Really?
I don't like Coke anyway.
You don't?
No, I'm a Diet Coke girl.
Oh, well, that's Coke.
No, it's not.
Oh, you like the aspartame and no sugar?
Yeah.
Okay, what's this?
It's so hard to say. I don't know. But when you smell it, smell it. See what I mean? It could be Cherry Coke or it could be Dr. Pepper. This for the audio only people.
I don't like this one.
We're done with her.
I liked... This is worse than Sprite.
No.
Whatever it...
Really?
No?
You think so? I'm just saying.
Okay, no.
You can say it's worse than Sprite. It's like, if we don't know what it is.
Sprite's worse.
You think?
Oh, Sprite's bad. Now that I've tried something else, Sprite's
Sprite's
bad.
like cleaning.
It's not
It tastes
good.
like cleaning material. This is root beer.
Well, root beer's got to be good. It's a root beer float.
Yeah, fucks.
Wow,
I could drink all of that and throw up in my mouth happily for the next day.
Oh my god.
It's good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Like,
oh my
am I
God.
going to need my husband to go get root beer and make me some root beer floats when I get home?
Just take this with you.
No, because we'd use Zevia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stevia or Zevia?
Zevia.
So then, what would this be?
Well, that's either Cherry Coke or Dr. Pepper because we can't tell the difference right now.
It's Dr. Pepper.
How do you know for facts? You said that.
It's a fact. I mean, taste it.
Your life's on the line.
It's a fact.
It's a fact?
It's a fact.
No.
It's Coke?
You are wrong. This is Cherry Coke.
No. There's
my
there's
life on
no
the line.
hint of cherry in that.
You're out of your fucking gourd. If you don't think this is Dr. Pepper after tasting this.
This tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Everything
too.
smells the same now.
Well, to be fair, one's Coke, one's Dr. Pepper, and then there's a cherry. We know root beer for sure is in the front place. Listen up. Lizzie, root beer number 1.
These are synonymous.
Okay, so that's Coke and Dr. Pepper. Because they're, I mean.
No, they're not.
Okay, can we just agree? Root beer's number 1.
Yes.
Sprite's number 5.
Correct.
In the last place, we
Right.
have Sprite.
And then we got the mystery trio in the middle.
We have the mystery trio of Dr. Pepper, Coke, and Cherry Coke.
And we're not fans of any of them. Also, is there blood on this? No, that's my lips.
Okay, let me...
There's no difference.
The cherry isn't even pronounced in any of them.
No, we gotta go to house and just splatter it with this shit.
What? What? How did you even think of her?
I hate her. And I know where her house is.
In Hollywood?
No.
Where did she move?
Oh, I guess it is technically Hollywood. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Over by that Chipotle?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Why do you know where she lives?
Because I used to live over there, and when I'd walk in the neighborhood, anybody I was with would be like, that's house. I'm like, why does she live out in the open like
Should we
that?
just go?
I hope she's well.
I'm sure she is.
Because I sent a picture to Lizzie of Taylor out and about in New York City, strutting like everywhere she goes is the Era's runway, which
it is.
It is for her. I mean, everyone's watching, so it is. What's the difference?
I might like the Sprite.
And she sent me a zoomed in picture and said, what's going on with and I said, that's not and she said, yes it is. And I said, oh, yes it is.
And that's the sip, you guys.
That's definitely the sip.
I didn't fart. That was my phone squishing on
the root beer
is the only viable option. I would say the root beer is the only necessary option. Sprite you can skip for the rest of your life, and then these three in the middle also, because they're so similar, who cares, right?
Who cares? But they're good.
Yeah.
So like if you're going to Chick-fil-A for a frosted soda, get the root beer.
Fuck yeah.
But Coke or Pepsi is also gonna be good.
Pepsi's not the same as Coke either.
I know, but in these they're the same.
Girl, we don't have a single Pepsi item in this car right now.
See, that's what I was thinking was the same this whole time. I thought we were talking about Pepsi and Coke, not Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper has like 72 distinct flavors in it or something.
Well, all of them taste... I would say this is a 9 out of 10. Like, it's not a home run.
Yeah.
But it's good.
No, it's great. It needs more root beer, though.
All the sodas that are the same, I would give a 6.5.
That's high.
I'm not going to Chick-fil-A for it, but if I'm going through, I'd consider. I'd say it was 6.5.
You'd consider?
I'd consider purchasing, yeah.
You would?
I'd get the root beer.
Yeah, no, I'm not considering any of this trash back here. I would get the root beer.
They are good, though.
They're not bad at all.
They're refreshing for the summer.
Yeah. Uh-oh, they're coming for me.
Okay, well, we've got to go. I hope you enjoyed this episode of The Sip. We'll see you next week. We love you very much. Goodbye. And that's The Sip.